Have you ever felt like the years go by, yet you're stuck in the same place, living a life that doesn't feel truly yours? Like watching the clock tick forward while you're on pause, longing for a transformation but not knowing where to start. Now let me ask you this. What if 2025 could be different? What if this time you took control, starting with clarity, purpose, and a direction that finally leads you to where you want to be? My friend, the new year is almost here. And while it might sound cliché, this could truly be the year when everything changes. Not just because the calendar says so, but because you've decided to make it different. And I'm not talking about vague ideas or unattainable theories, like signing up for the gym on January 1st, only to quit by the 12th. No, I'm referring to the essence of Stoicism, pure and simple. Here I'll share 10 Stoic principles that can transform your life in this new year. Simple habits and practices that will mark a clear before and after in how you approach each day. Are you ready to discover how to start the year with a stronger mindset and a clearer path? Let's begin. Picture this. In a serene forest, far from the city's noise, there's a hidden lake. Its surface is so calm it mirrors the sky perfectly, making it hard to tell where the reflection ends and reality begins. But when the wind stirs the water, that perfection vanishes, replaced by ripples and chaos. Sound familiar? That lake is your mind. In silence, it reflects who you truly are, but amidst noise, everything becomes cloudy, and what truly matters gets lost. How often do you try to fill the silence with distractions? Checking your phone, playing background music, turning on the TV, almost as if silence is an enemy you need to defeat. But here's the truth. Silence isn't emptiness. It's a fertile space where your thoughts can grow, a mirror that helps you understand what you need and where you want to go. Can you imagine starting this year by seeking that mirror? Think of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, surrounded by the chaos of wars and responsibilities. Yet he spoke of the power of withdrawing mentally, saying, "Nowhere can a person find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in their own soul." He didn't just say it, he lived it. Marcus used silence as a refuge, a place to confront his thoughts, organize them, and make clear decisions, even while governing an empire. And it's not just Stoics who recognize this. Actress Emma Watson, feeling overwhelmed by fame and expectations, retreated to a Buddhist monastery in the Alps for a silence retreat. For days, she disconnected. No phone, no social media, no packed schedule. At first it was uncomfortable, like being stuck in an elevator with an awkward neighbor. But that neighbor was herself. Eventually, Emma discovered that silence was exactly what she needed to reorganize her life and connect with what truly mattered. So don't fear silence. It's not your enemy. Here's how to start. Begin each day with 5 minutes of complete silence. Turn off your phone, find a quiet spot, and just breathe. No expectations, no distractions. Take walks without headphones. Listen to your steps, the wind, the world around you. At first, silence might feel strange, like stepping into a dark cave where every echo of your thoughts is deafening. But with patience, you'll uncover a calm that helps you organize your ideas. Silence holds the answers you need to start building the life you desire. The human mind. A marvelous creation, a magical tool that can either elevate us to greatness or drag us down, depending on how we use it. When left unchecked, it's like a car speeding downhill with no brakes. Every minor problem feels like a disaster, and before you know it, you're caught in a whirlwind of stress. Does that sound familiar? That feeling that everything is beyond your control, that every setback has the power to ruin your day. But listen, does it really have to be this way? As Epictetus, the timeless Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not the things themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of them." It's more than a wise quote to hang on your wall. It's a practical tool that can change how you face life. Let's be honest, life will always throw chaos your way. That's the nature of living. But how you react to it, that's where the real power lies. Imagine this, you're cooking, and a pan slips out of your hands, crashing to the floor. You're frustrated, maybe even angry. But Epictetus would say, why be upset with something that cannot think or act on its own? The problem isn't the pan or the noise it made when it fell. The real issue lies in how you choose to react to something you can't control. And consider this, studies by psychologist Kelly McGonigal show that how we respond to stress can either magnify its effects or neutralize them. Stress isn't just mental. It impacts your body too, increasing heart rates, tensing muscles, and draining your energy. Now picture this. The power goes out at home while you're in the middle of something important. At first, frustration sets in. You might blame the power company, complain out loud, or take out your irritation on those around you. But what does that achieve? Spoiler, nothing productive. What if instead you embraced the moment? Light candles, connect with your family, and turn it into an opportunity for stories, games, or simple, peaceful time together. Some of the best memories come from the most unexpected moments. Controlling your mind doesn't mean ignoring problems or policing every thought. It means choosing how you react. Remember, you can't control what happens, but you can always control how you respond. This year, 2025, might be full of unexpected challenges, like little power outages in life. But each one is a chance to choose calm over chaos. So, how will you respond? How often do we pile up things we don't need? Think about it. Maybe you're guilty of this too. Clothes you no longer wear, gadgets meant to make life easier that now gather dust in a drawer, or sentimental trinkets that take up space but add no real value. Does this sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. We've all been there. It's as if clutter activates an internal alarm, a constant feeling that something is out of order. And the truth is, it is. Now imagine what happens when this clutter isn't just around you, but also in your mind. Decision-making becomes harder, thinking gets clouded, and even relaxing feels like a challenge. Let me tell you a personal story. Growing up, my parents kept everything. Every corner of the house was filled with stuff. Boxes stacked high, drawers overflowing, furniture crammed with items no one used. Even finding space to study at the desk was overwhelming. It felt like a prison made of things. When I moved out, I made a decision. I would simplify. I let go of everything I didn't use or need. And honestly, walking into my home now feels like a breath of fresh air. Studies back this up. Living in a clutter-free environment reduces stress and improves focus. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus understood this long ago. He owned only a blanket, a cup, and a chair. He believed true wealth lay in needing little. Now imagine opening a wardrobe so crammed with clothes that you can't even find what you're looking for. You spend precious minutes as hunting for that one shirt, only to give up in frustration and wear something else, probably in a bad mood. What if you emptied that wardrobe, keeping only what you truly love and use? Suddenly everything is visible, every item has its place, and you save both time and energy. That's the power of simplifying. It eliminates unnecessary stress and makes room for what truly matters. And it's not just about material things. Simplify your habits and routines too. Make a list of your daily activities and ask yourself, do these add value to my life? For instance, maybe you're still paying for a gym membership you never use or watching a TV series out of habit rather than enjoyment. What if you replace those with activities that genuinely inspire you? When you simplify, you're not just organizing your home or your schedule. You're organizing your life. Let 2025 be the year you discover that less truly is more. Let me tell you a story that might resonate with you and perhaps change the way you see your life. Once upon a time, there were two travelers embarking on separate journeys. One carried a map and had a clear destination in mind. Every step they took brought them closer to their goal. The path wasn't always easy. There were rainy days, unexpected detours, and challenging terrain. But through it all, each obstacle was an opportunity to learn and move forward. The other traveler, in contrast, had no destination. They woke up every day and wandered aimlessly, walking in circles, drained by the same landscapes and never truly advancing. When difficulties arose, they felt lost, as though no matter how far they walked, they were always stuck in the same place. Now let me ask you, which of these two travelers do you want to be? Our lives are not so different from their journeys. Without a clear purpose, we can fill our days with endless activity, yet feel as though we're going nowhere. It's like a hamster running in its wheel. Lots of effort, no real progress. Here's the key. The difference between feeling lost and feeling like you're advancing lies in having a clear purpose. Simon Sinek, in his famous TED Talk, How Great Leaders Inspire Action, said it best: clarity isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Sinek himself once felt stuck, doing too much but achieving little. When he sat down to define his purpose, his why, everything changed. He realized that working with intention wasn't just more effective, it was more fulfilling. The Stoics knew this thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius said, "Everything we hear or see is just a perspective." With a clear purpose, your perspective shifts. You stop seeing obstacles and start seeing opportunities. This is not about doing more, it's about doing better. For example, if you decide you want to improve your health but your goal is vague, like, "I want to get in shape," chances are that intention will fade in a month. But if your goal is specific and achievable, like running 3 times a week for 20 minutes to feel more energized, you know exactly what steps to take. Every January, we tend to make long lists of resolutions, often with 10 or 20 goals that look great on paper. But how many of those make it to March? Spoiler, very few, if any. This year, let's make it different. Here's how. Write it down. Don't just think about your goals. Put them on paper. For example, I'll save $50 a month for a vacation. Be specific about what, how, and why. Create a vision board. Cut out pictures, quotes, or symbols that represent your goal and place them where you'll see them daily. On your desk, fridge, or phone wallpaper. Break it into small steps. Use a goal tracking app, or set reminders to take incremental actions, like saving a certain amount weekly or tracking your progress. Defining your goals isn't just about planning. It's about taking control of your life. Let this be the year you stop wandering aimlessly and start moving with purpose. No matter how far your destination is, every step brings you closer. Imagine holding a glass of water. At first it feels light, but the longer you hold it, the heavier it becomes, until your arm feels tired and strained. Now think about the things you struggled to let go of. Resentments, disappointments, relationships that no longer work. Each one is like that glass of water. It might not seem like much at first, but over time, it drains your energy and leaves you exhausted. So let me ask you, why are you still holding on to something that's wearing you down? Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making space. Space for the new, the meaningful, and the important. But I know it's not easy. It seems simple, but there's a deep emotional weight that ties us to what we no longer need. When you decide to let go, though, everything changes. It's not just about releasing something. It's about reclaiming control over what you can manage and freeing yourself from what you can't. This isn't just an abstract idea. Science supports it. Holding on to emotional baggage activates our stress response, raises cortisol levels, and drains us mentally and physically. On the flip side, letting go reduces stress, clears our minds, and restores our calm. Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, captured it perfectly. Some things are within our control, and others are not. Often what causes our suffering isn't the situation itself, but our inability to release what we cannot change. Think about it. Have you ever gotten frustrated with the weather? Maybe you planned the perfect picnic and it started to rain. You could spend the entire day complaining, or you could accept it, find an alternative plan, and still enjoy the moment. Here's a modern perspective. Marie Kondo, the famed organizer, advises us to thank items before letting them go. This doesn't just apply to objects, but also to experiences and relationships. Acknowledge what they meant to you, then release them. That failed project, that relationship that ended, they served their purpose. You don't have to carry them into the next year. Here's a simple exercise to help you let go. Find a quiet, natural space, a park, forest, or even your backyard. Collect some fallen leaves and write on each one something you want to let go of. A resentment, a fear, or a situation. As you release each leaf into the wind, reflect on what it taught you and why you no longer need it. It's a symbolic, yet powerful act. But don't stop there. Letting go isn't a one-time event. Make it a habit. Once a month, dedicate a day to releasing something. A physical item, a bad habit, or even a limiting belief. Think of it as a monthly ritual to lighten your load and move forward. If you dare to let go, you're showing courage and commitment to yourself. So tell us, what will you let go of to start 2025 lighter, more focused, and ready for what truly matters? How often do you feel mentally drained, yet keep pushing yourself? Or find you lack the energy to start something new, but do nothing to recharge? Listen carefully. This isn't laziness or a lack of motivation. It's a disconnection between your body and mind. When one isn't functioning well, the other struggles too. Here's the secret. When you take care of your body, your mind responds. Together they work as a team, giving you clarity, energy, and balance. Seneca once said, "The body is a faithful servant, but it must be cared for." For the Stoics, the body and mind weren't separate entities. Physical strength was essential to endure life's difficulties and maintain calm in moments of crisis. Think of your body as a vehicle. It carries you to every experience, every achievement, every step you take. But what happens if you neglect that vehicle? If you never change the oil or keep up its maintenance? One day, it simply stops working. The same goes for your body. You can't expect it to carry you far if you don't care for it. And this isn't just ancient wisdom. Dr. Peter Attia, a leading expert in health and longevity, explains that the body and mind are designed to work in harmony. When you move, eat well, and rest properly, you enhance mental clarity, reduce stress, and improve decision-making. In his words, exercise is the most potent medicine we have, and surprisingly, the least used. Here's the good news. You don't need hours at the gym to reap the benefits. Small, consistent habits make all the difference. For instance, walking just 30 minutes a day can significantly boost your energy and focus. Even more transformative, strength training. And before you dismiss it as a trend for Instagram influencers lifting impossibly heavy weights, let me clarify. Strength training isn't about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about preparing your body for everyday challenges. Want to climb stairs without losing your breath? Carry groceries without straining your back? Strength training, just once or twice a week, can help. Simple exercises like squats, push-ups, or lifting a pair of water-filled bottles can make a world of difference. So, are you ready to build a strong body and a serene mind? Start small. Move every day. Walk for 20 minutes in a nearby park, stretch during work breaks, or climb stairs instead of taking the elevator. Incorporate strength training. Even basic movements done consistently can transform how your body feels and performs. Remember, you don't need to overhaul everything at once. Just start. Take that first step today. Taking care of your body isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. And when your body and mind align, everything changes. You'll have more energy, sharper focus, and most importantly, the strength to face life with purpose and calm. Patience. That friend we all need, but rarely want to invite into our lives. Let's be honest, who has time to wait when we live in a world of same-day deliveries, instant messages, and movies we can fast forward if they get boring? But here's an uncomfortable truth. The best things in life aren't achieved in a hurry. Let me ask you this. Have you ever baked a cake and opened the oven too soon? What you find isn't a cake, but a half-baked mess. That's what happens when we try to force things before they're ready. Patience is the invisible ingredient that ensures everything turns out as it should. Seneca put it beautifully. Great things are not accomplished in haste. They require time, effort, and perseverance. For Seneca, patience wasn't about passively waiting. It was an active virtue, an understanding that rushing leads to mistakes, and the most important processes in life need to mature at their own pace. Imagine a farmer planting seeds. He doesn't return the next day yelling at the soil for results. He knows the seeds need sun, water, and most importantly, time. And so does life, my friend. It's a process you can't rush. But don't get me wrong. Patience doesn't mean sitting idly by. Here's the trick. When something tests your patience, find creative ways to embrace the process. For example, building a strong body requires good habits and consistency, as we've already discussed. The same applies here. You can't build anything great without patience. Think about a moment when impatience got the better of you, perhaps stuck in traffic, staring at an unmoving line of cars, feeling like every red light was against you. Here's a story for perspective. One day I watched a video online that made me reflect and laugh. Beto, a content creator, was in the same situation, stuck in traffic. Instead of losing his cool, he told himself, "Patience, Beto. Life wasn't made to be rushed." He was right. Losing patience wouldn't clear the road or change the lights, but staying calm could transform how he experienced that moment. So how can you practice patience in a fast-paced world? Identify what's outside your control. Maybe it's a delayed project or a goal that feels distant. Instead of obsessing, accept that time is part of the process. For instance, if you're waiting for a promotion, focus on sharpening your skills in the meantime. Think of it as preparing the knife before you use it. Shift your focus. Stuck in a long line or traffic, use the time to listen to an interesting podcast, take deep breaths, or let your mind wander a bit. These moments that seem like wasted time can become opportunities for reflection or learning. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about trusting. Trusting that good things take time, that you can't rush life, and that every step, even the slow ones, counts. Let 2025 Be the year you make patience your loyal companion. Trust me, it won't just make life more bearable. It will help you achieve the things that truly matter. Every day, you take a small step toward what you truly value. Shift your mindset. This is your opportunity to build a life that reflects who you are and what you want. I invite you to embrace the power of these principles in your life, so that every decision you make this year becomes an opportunity to align your actions with what truly matters. Remember, it's not about doing more, it's about doing. If you've made it this far, write in the comments, "This will be my year." That way, I'll know who the stoic warriors of the soul are, who made it to the end. Don't forget to turn on notifications and like the post so you don't miss what's coming next. Also, I invite you to explore our playlist full of ideas, stories, and advice, designed to help you approach life with more wisdom and confidence. Click through and let's keep moving forward together. Until next time, take care.